number 2 of I Can't Cook. This is me taking on the Great British Baking Show, one bake at a time. Literally going through Netflix season 1 and baking everything that they have baked. So today's episode is Mary Berry's cherry cake. And just as a reminder, I am doing this because I'm trying to push myself. I want to become better at, I don't know, baking or cooking in general, because I can't cook. I'm married to a chef, which is fantastic, and he can cook, but I can't. And something I've always wanted to do, and it stretches me creatively. So you can't grow unless you stretch yourself, and I want to inspire those of you who are watching this video. Just, it doesn't have to be baking. Choose anything and try it if you want to try something new. So without further ado, let's get started. And I have fancy pants here today. This is my husband's KitchenAid mixer that he got when he graduated from culinary school. So I'm commandeering it, and we are going to nickname it Fancy Pants. So according to the recipe, the first thing we have to do is take some glacé cherries and quarter them, which means we have to cut them into 4s. Math, y'all. If you're wondering, a glacé cherry, oh, here's that. Okay, that is, and I looked it up online, a maraschino cherry. Glacé cherries are usually a little bit more candied, is what they said, than a maraschino cherry. There we go. The cherry. And so what I decided to do was I dumped out the whole thing of maraschino cherries in a pot, and I just boiled them for a little while so they got a little bit more candy-like. So this one's a bit sticky. Stickier than a regular maraschino cherry would be. I'm supposed to, hold on. I'm supposed to do all, but set aside 5 for the topping. So, yay. So here we are in the fun part. This, but I don't. I'm gonna guess that big pinch is about a tablespoon of flour. And so this is what I think. Like, what do I know? It says toss, so we'll toss. I feel like I need to focus on the tossing. Otherwise, I think they're gonna end up all over the place. Okay, so when I was re-watching the show, I heard a lot of the bakers say that the purpose of doing this is to keep them from sinking to the bottom of the cake. So cherries, quartered and tossed, and I'm gonna set those aside. I have already pre-buttered a butt pan. Yeah, there's my butter. I'm afraid I'm gonna need more, so I'm gonna leave that. And I've already set my oven to 350, and it's already fully preheated, so like we're on our way. Okay, so it says measure all remaining ingredients into large bowl and beat well for 2 minutes to mix thoroughly. Let's use Fancy Pants over here. And the instructions say, mix thoroughly, and then I lightly fold in the cherries. Put that down, and then we're gonna mix that. I'm gonna start off slow. So I can move this down. Start off slow so that I don't spurt butter everywhere. I'm going to speed this up a bit because I still see a lot of chunks of butter. While it's doing that, I'm going to grease up a little bit more in here. I am absolutely paranoid. Ah! That my cake is going to stick to the pan. Okay. We're going to, this looks good. This looks really good. Okay. So I'm going to take a sip. Make a whisk. And then pull this out. Move fancy pants over here. And grab my cherries. Got my cherries right there. Pour them in. Mix. One more. And fold. So up and over. That's my batter. There you go. So into a very well buttered and semi-well floured pan, this will go. I'm just gonna like patting it down to make sure. But here's my cake in my butt pan. It says 35 to 40 minutes at 350 until well risen golden brown and a skewer inserted cake comes clean. So I'm gonna go put this in the oven and then I'll come back when it's done and we'll make the icing and finish this. This one, compared to last week, has been a cakewalk. No pun intended. All right. Oh, I'm so excited. So it has been, my cake took more like 35, 38 minutes to cook. Here is the baby. It's been, I think it's nice and brown, right? It's pretty cool. It was in the oven, like I said, for about 38 minutes. I took it out, and I don't have a cooling rack. So I just took one of the grates from my oven and I sat it here on my table because I've got a ceiling fan. You know, we live in Texas and we need to have our ceiling fans. And it's been here for like 10 minutes. I don't know what the actual cooling time is. The top is warm, the bottom still feels like pretty hot. I don't know if I should try to take it out or not. I'm gonna see if I can pull it away from the sides a little bit. Just using my knife. I don't know if I'm doing this right, guys. If you have any tips, leave me some in the comments. Okay, I don't know if that's right or not. But I did get my little cake plate. Put it on top, like that. Flip it over, look, oh. I heard something go plop. I hope it was a good plop. Okay, are y'all ready? Oh, I'm nervous. Oh, it's coming out. Oh my God. Look at that. Look at that, it came out. Look. Oh, kind of clean pan. Look at that. Oh my gosh, look. Look at my cake. Oh, whoa. I'm gonna lose it. Okay, so it doesn't look very tall. Like it didn't rise very much, I guess. And you can see all the cherries up here. I don't know about down here, but here's one of the big things. So on the show, what they talked about was that all the cherries sunk to the bottom. So a lot of the bakers had cherries that I guess weren't evenly dispersed in the cake. And I think the bottom is the top because I flipped it over. So we're gonna have to wait and see. There's that. Set this back over here to continue cooling. And the last step is for us to make the icing. So this is 3/4 of a cup of powdered sugar, or as they call it, icing sugar. And remember that lemon zest? So we waste not, want not. The same lemon that I zested. It's juice of 1 lemon. And I cut up my remaining cherries for decoration. Now, something I didn't read in the recipe, and this is probably one of the reasons why I have trouble baking, is I didn't read that I was supposed to have almond slivers to decorate the top. So I saved some of my crushed almonds over here. Maybe we'll use them. Maybe we will. Who knows? Okay. So, my little juicer here. I'm gonna do this like 1 lemon at a time because this thing produces a lot of juice, and if you've ever used powdered sugar to make icing, that didn't produce that much juice. You know that a little bit of liquid goes a long way in powdered sugar, not enough. So here comes some more lemon juice. That side has a lot more juice. Oh, okay. Look at that. Okay, I think that's about right. Right? And there we are. Okay. Mary Berry's cherry cake. Doesn't really look like her pictures. Kind of, but not really. She had a different butt pan. Looks okay. Not great. Let's see what it looks like when I cut into it. Remember, we're looking for like even distribution of the cherries. There we go. One slice. And I'll let my husband eat the cake because it is our wedding anniversary today. So happy anniversary, my love. So let's see. What does this look like? All right. I see a couple of cherries in there. There's a cherry there. There's a couple of cherries here. The other side, but I don't see a lot like right in here. So I don't know if they'd consider that successful. And I don't see any cherries like in here. I wonder if they disintegrated when I was baking. I don't know. Okay, so let's have a taste. Let's just see what happens. I'm gonna take a bite. Make me a mess. It's good. It's very lemony because of the icing, because the lemon is edible. I drink it with some, I eat it with some coffee. But overall, not bad, I think. So when the chef gets home this morning, I'll have him taste a piece for his anniversary and let you know how it turns out. Thank you so much for watching episode 2 of I Can't Cook. It goes to show you, not everything turns out perfectly, but it's not so bad. I mean, I'm not a professional baker, so I'm pretty okay with how this turned out. Hopefully the chef will like it. I hope I've inspired you to try something new, because that's the purpose of this whole thing. Please share my video.